Hello bearded bee people. Welcome back to B&K Bees. Today is my last day putting formic on these production colonies, and I've had a couple of you guys sort of question why I'm treating during the flow, and pointing out very correctly that it's not ideal to be treating during the flow for a bunch of different reasons. Those reasons essentially are the fact that there's a lot of brood in these colonies, which makes it difficult to get the mite loads down. There are a lot of boxes, which makes it difficult to concentrate any treatment on the brood area. And it's just, there's a lot of other things going on with us having to put boxes on and take them off. So it is not an ideal time of year to be treating, and I'd like to address that and why are we treating at this time of year if it's not ideal. Well, the real reason for that is lower Michigan, the lower peninsula of Michigan, is one of the nation's most dangerous spots to keep bees. And by dangerous, I mean the mite levels in the lower peninsula are nuts. So the idea of treating once in the dead of winter to bring your bees down to a 0 mite load and then not doing it again until fall, that works for a lot of people. That works for people in Canada. That will work for us here in the upper peninsula going forward. But in the lower peninsula, it was just not a sustainable option, just based on the fact that there were so many dying colonies that would spike our mite loads in September and October so high that I had to constantly be on top of it, which is why I've been advocating throughout my entire beekeeping career of monitoring and treating your bees every month if necessary. Now, obviously, we don't treat our bees every single month, but up until this point, due to the fact that I'd been surrounded by so many beekeepers who were keeping their bees however they wished, I had to treat in the late spring and early summer, late summer, and the fall. It's just a very, very difficult thing to stay on top of in the lower peninsula of Michigan. So, now that we are in the upper peninsula, hopefully this will be our last June treatment round. What I'd very much like to do would be to treat in January with oxalic acid vapor, and then again only with formic in August. That would be ideal. I think that that's a sustainable option now where we're at, but like I said, the way things had gone up until this point, it had been impossible for me to do it like that. So yeah, we have nothing emergency, no emergency mite loads that need to be taken care of at this point. But if I were to leave it until late August, it might be a problem. And any inefficacy, any inefficiency of the treating round in August can leave me in a too little too late scenario. And I've been in that scenario in the past. So the June-August treatment schedule in the lower peninsula was working quite well. And hopefully this is our last year following that schedule. Oh, that took a long time. I have 5 hives to treat left, so let's do it. Alright, looks good. Nice fresh white wax on the top. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they are making those frames fatter. Love it when they break free like that. I'm not being sarcastic that time. I know that every time I do something that I don't like, I say, oh, I love it when I do that. But I really do love it when those boxes break free like that. Well, these frames aren't sitting correctly. Wonderful. Okay, let's get it off first. Ooh, and it broke free from the queen excluder like that too. The second box is pretty light. Normally, if it had any heft at all, I would be adding a box, but it's light. I'm getting attacked. Whoa, bro. Chill out, yo. Whoa, bro. Ooh. Come on, lady. Try to make these frames sit a little bit better, but now it's sitting on top of formic, so pretty difficult. Probably should just put another frame in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go try to find another frame. I didn't really mean to shake the bees out of that. What I had intended on doing without really thinking about it was shaking the frames so that they all fell in line with each other. But I unintentionally shook the bees out like an idiot. I should probably smoke those back in. Get in there. Yo. Put it on an angle and try to slide those bees off. Works better when those boxes are light. Alright, I said 5 more. I think it was 4. I know I did that little one. I said 5 more because there was one on that pallet and another pallet, but there's only 3 on this one, so. Quattro moths. Trace moth now. Alright, we are gonna have clean breaks, and we did. Very nice. Little bit of weight to it, not crazy heavy. It's above a box of foundation, brand new box of foundation, and a good looking box of bees below. They're gonna love what I'm about to give them. Boy, I said it in a video yesterday. These Formic Pros are so nice. They fixed everything that was wrong with Mite Away quick strips. And so I had made that video saying that how much I enjoyed working with that Formic Pro. And then I texted Katie after I got out of the bee yard that day. And I said, wow, Formic Pro is awesome. We're never gonna buy Mite Away quick strips again. And her reply was, I just ordered Mite Away quick strips. She usually is on top of and takes care of the purchasing stuff. She keeps track of the business account and all that kind of stuff for me. So I had asked her, yeah, so we need to get on the August treatment round now in terms of purchasing it, because late season or late time purchases are a really good way of sending mite-ridden bees into winter, because especially in COVID, it's just not a good idea to leave yourself little room for error in terms of having stuff shipped to you. So I said, let's get that formic ordered, and then, because the last time we ordered formic pro, so I assumed she would order formic pro again, but she went with a cheaper option, which is what we had done for years. It's okay. So one more time with Mite Away quick strips this August, and then we'll be done with it, because formic pro is a superior product. A little bit of white wax going on in the top box, but I only see one bee up there. So what is going on with that? Here come the bees to greet me. Oh boy, that's always nice. Okay, so this one looks like they have a little bit more honey going on in that brood area than I would like. I'm going to yank a central frame. Make sure they're not totally honey bound. Those could be capped honey frames from over the winter too, that are just still capped on the tops. Alright, I see brood already. I will pull it just to show you. So definitely a little bit more in terms of food down here than I would like to see. But those are a couple decent capped brood frames. Both of the ones adjacent look decent too, so I'm not worried. I will see if there's a frame I can checker. Yeah, I'll just take this one and put it above the excluder. I don't know, I might take two. Honey. Alright, so I'm going to take two and put them above the excluder. Okay. Now with Mite Away quick strips, I would be reluctant to give this colony 2 strips because there's so much vapor rolling off of those Mite Away quick strips. I would just think it would be too much for them. I don't think that 2 formic pros are going to be too much though. It just gives off less. It's just a more stable product. So I'm just gonna give it to them. Okay. They're definitely working on some honey up top. Looking good for a relatively small cluster of bees. Make sure I'm not moving the queen up. Now you know what, I'm just gonna pop them. No need for another honey box. They've got a little work to do down below. A lot of work to do up top. Alright, so I have to open one more bag of Formic Pro for one hive. Yet another one, sort of not a lot going on. Just happens to be the case. Sort of heavy. Y'all swarm on me. I'm gonna assume that's to be the case, although I thought I just saw a queen. They had to have swarmed though. There's no way they put up some honey in the top box and the honey box, and then now they're 4 frames of bees. It does not look good. Little virgin queen running around right there though. I'm just gonna leave them be. Not a lot of bees. Do I have a colony that I can take a quick frame from? So I have a pallet of splits down here that were just big enough for me to give them formic, and also just big enough for me to be concerned that they're going to be swarmy by the time their round of formic is done. So they can definitely give me a frame. Maybe not this one. Why would I open one? Boy, all those bees must just be at the bottom. It's funny, they just disappear from the top because of the formic. It's a nice little capped brood frame with some food. Good little boosting frame. I'm looking for the queen, and I don't see her. One more check. No. No. This is the only colony out here that wasn't strong enough for at least one strip of formic. So that's sort of upsetting. I'm gonna bring this frame down to them. Okay, so I am going to just give them their honey box back. Remember that this one, well, I'll leave a rock off. So this one will get the glycerin oxalic acid treatment like those nukes. In the other production yards, I had a few colonies that weren't ready for formic. I think I had 5 in the first one and 3 in the second one, and then 1 in this one. This is sort of an up and down yard though, because we have splits out here as well as original production colonies. So we've got them from 1 box tall to 4 boxes tall, and they're all in different scenarios. Now, that's not an ideal situation, but this yard is about 40 or 45 minutes from my house. So rather than grabbing splits from here and putting them at another yard and all that kind of stuff, I was just splitting into this yard. So yeah, this is sort of a haphazard arrangement of colonies, but yeah, so at least I have the formic round done, the June round of formic done before the end of June by, what, 2 days? So yeah, small things to be thankful for, I suppose. I will end this video here, get headed home and edit this video and do some computer stuff. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're not already. There'll be other videos this week. Get out there and have some fun with your bees. See ya.